Lutz, you're here. Right after he gets off the phone.
Pop?
Mr. Lutz!
Save it. Pop?
What?
What about the air conditioning? Can you fix it?
Piece of cake. I fixed her yesterday, didn't I?
Mr. Lutz, you have a visitor.
Why didn't you tell me?
Do you think I would call you Mr. Lutz if nobody was here?
Good morning.
Mr. Lutz, this is Mr. Josh Maxwell.
Barnett Lutz, Jr. You ever have the air conditioning go out where you work, Mr. Maxwell?
All the time, but I can't take my shirt off when it does. I'm a school teacher.
Ah, I see. Just sit down here. I sure do admire you people who nurture and educate our young for so little money. How do you plan to pay for this?
This isn't a legal matter.
Oh, okay.
I believe you know Megan O'Malley. She's a student in my night class. She's very fond of you.
So am I. Fond of her.
Well, that's kind of why I'm here. I wanted to know what your exact intentions are in regard to her.
Well, that's between her and me, pal.
I care about her, Mr. Lutz. Now, if you tell me that you love her and you're going to do something about it, like marry her, well, then I'll withdraw from her list of potential suitors.
Get him out of here, you despicable sleazoid.
Well, I just wanted to know what your feelings are.
I'll tell you what my feelings are. Shock, rage, indignation that the school system would employ the type of pervert who preys on naive students.
Well, now, wait.
Josh, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Megan. I just came to see...
Hi, Bud.
Megan.
I'll see you in class tonight.
I can't believe you do that, Megan. Messing around with that wuss behind my back.
Buddy, he's not a wuss, and I wasn't messing around.
Hi, everybody. Then why does he think he's on the...
Oh, how have you been? It has been so long we've missed...
Raul, mi compadre, ¿cómo está? Good to see you too, my friend.
Who is this little guy, and why are we so glad to see him?
Tell us, Raul, what brings you in?
Well, you know, I've been a busboy at El Mirador Country Club for 3 years now, working hard, learning English real good. I want to be a waiter, but every time a job opens up, they just pass me over. So I decided to come to ask Mr. Lutz to use his eloquence to plead my case.
That two-bit intellectual weenie. I see what you're doing here. You're trying to use him to force a commitment out of me, aren't you?
That is ridiculous, but since you brought it up...
Yeah, damned if I couldn't see this coming a mile away, Megan.
Look, buddy, I know it was very hard for you to make a commitment with me when Kay was still in the picture. But now that she and Roger are serious, I really...
Megan, how much of a commitment do you want? We've been going together for almost a year. We sleep at each other's places 3 or 4 nights a week.
That's a habit. That's not commitment.
Oh, okay, I see. It's all my fault. If this was a more fulfilling relationship, you wouldn't be tempted to run around with that lech.
You don't call him that.
What he is, why are you defending him?
Because I like him.
Ah, yeah. You like him. Well, don't let me stand in your way. I'd hate to be an obstacle to true love.
Buddy, please stop. I hate it when you're like this.
Like what? This is the way I am. If you don't like me, maybe you'd be better off with Josh of the jungle.
Maybe I would.
Well, then, I guess there's nothing more to say.
I guess not. Well, goodbye, bud.
Megan, have a nice life. Listen, Megan. Oh, yeah, what is it, Mel?
Raul Castillo's here to see you.
Oh, great. Raul, come on in.
Mr. Lutz, how you doing?
Oh, never better. Sit down. So, Raul, did you ever say something so stupid to a woman you love that you wished you could just take your words and stuff them right back down your throat?
Oh, sure. That's how I got married.
This far.
dining room manager deems young Rowell not to be ready to be a waiter.
Now, Mr. Samuelson, discrimination and conspiracy are legal issues that may be a bit too complicated for you to
I
understand.
was an attorney once myself, Mr. Lutz.
Well, then, I would...
Ah, Eleanor. I saw you teeing off earlier. Did you have a good game?
It would have been spectacular, Elliot, if only they could move that lake on 17.
Well, sir, as a former lawyer, I'm sure you are aware that this club's arbitrary disregard for my client's constitutional rights...
I think you hardly need invoke the Constitution.
No? Thomas Jefferson said when this perfect union was formed, all rights not granted specifically to the government are reserved for Raul Castillo.
Mr. Jefferson said that?
Approximately. Perhaps I'm going a little fast for you here. It's entirely possible that you haven't kept abreast of recent legal precedent.
I've managed to keep my hand in since I stopped being a practicing attorney and became a judge. Finish your drink. Barnett Lutz, is it? Oh, well, want to remember this name. If we should ever meet again, somewhere, sometime.
Another beer here, pal?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Geez, Louise, I only had one.
I'm sorry, I'm only allowed to serve members and their guests.
Outstanding. Mr. Lutz is with me. Please bring him anything he wants.
Yes, Mrs. Guthrie, I'm sorry. Right away.
I appreciate that. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, if we're going to convince anybody you're really my guest, maybe you should park it over at this table.
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Let's get started off on the right foot. Don't call me ma'am.
Well, then I guess I should know your name. It's a little too soon for darling.
Try Eleanor.
I'm Bud. Buddy. Barnett. Whatever fits best in your mouth.
Oh. Barnett. Are you applying for membership? I noticed you're talking to Judge Samuelson.
No. That was a legal matter. I was hoping to speak with the president of your board of governors, but...
Well, that would be Judge Blumenthal.
Geez almighty, is everybody on the board a judge?
Not everybody. I'm not.
Well, what do you do?
I marry well. I divorce even better.
Could you use a good lawyer?
Well, I'm handled by a rather large firm at the moment, but, you know, they're not always responsive to my needs. I mean, they're older gentlemen, and sometimes I think they don't know exactly what to do with a woman who's all alone.
Really? That's my specialty.
You seem to be somewhere else.
No, I'm here. Just a little depressed.
You want to talk about it? That's my specialty.
No. You know, I used to have a lot of women in my life. A couple weeks ago, I had 2. As of 10 o'clock this morning, I am down to zip.
Come to think of it, I do have a few matters that could use attention. So perhaps you could call me.
Gee, that would be terrific.
Oh, look what I've done. Oh, and tomato just stains terribly. I'll replace the soup.
No need. It's just a little stain.
Perhaps you could call me. Or I'll call you.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Guthrie.
Buenas tardes, Raul.
You know Mr. Lutz? He's my lawyer. He's the best.
Well, then. I'm counting on that.
Thank you, Raul. I've had an absolutely awful day.
How about before you start bitching, you say hello?
Sorry.
Hi, Mom. court. But this Neanderthal contractor that I'm representing says no. He wants to go before a jury of his peers. Now all I have to do is find 12 people without foreheads. So how was your day?
Lovely. I shot in 82.
Whoa.
And I met a very appealing man. Reminds me a lot of your father. I mean, before we got married and he turned into furniture.
Does this one have a pulse? Well, Mom, the last one was so old.
My dear, you will discover that an old man makes you feel younger as a young man makes you feel younger. It's the ones your own age that remind you how old you are.
How does this one make you feel? That young, huh?
Oh, in fact, he's about your age.
Really?
In fact, his buddy Lutz. Keep patting him, darling. Doesn't work if you just sit there.
Mother? My old boyfriend?
That was 20 years ago. You're not still seeing him, are you?
Let me save you the heartbreak. He's got a 25-year-old girlfriend.
Well, it seems they've split up.
When?
10 o'clock this morning.
Hi, Big Bud.
Hi, Donna.
I'm Millie. I'm Milligan. Buddy here?
Hasn't come in yet.
Oh, good. I just came by to return his socks.
Clean or dirty?
I washed them first.
Washing his socks. If that ain't the sweetest thing I ever heard. Of all of Buddy's girlfriends, you gotta be the one with the biggest heart. As anyone can plainly see.
Hello, Megan.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Never been better, you?
Me too. I brought your socks.
Thanks, I was running out.
Oh, come on now. Now just cut out the pussyfooting and say what is in your heart. Come on now.
Pop, would you just stop it?
No, you. Too much has happened. Unless Buddy wants to apologize for the unfair things he said.
Whoa, now, forget that. Now, you do that, son, and you're on the road to being truly whipped.
Megan?
Yes?
Thanks for the socks.
You're welcome, buddy.
Well, I done what I could.
And it was awesome. Can I help you?
I'm Vito Perelli from Chadwick's of Bond Street. I have a suit here for Mr. Lutz from Mrs. Guthrie with her deepest apologia for yesterday's mishap.
Ah, damn, will you look at this? Pop, I bet you never seen a suit for this kind of money.
Geez, almighty, $16,000.
That's the stock number. This is the price.
$1,500. Well, that's more like it.
Thank you, Vito.
That won't be necessary. I'm a tailor. I've been instructed to have you try this suit on so that we can alter it.
Here?
Maybe in there?
Mr. Lutz, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were with a client.
No. Wait. It's okay, Dwayne. Just come on in. Vito and I haven't started yet.
Right. Well, I think I found your key document in the Raul Castillo case. Actually, It was Millie who gave me the idea when she told me that the El Mirador Country Club, used to be part of an Indian... of an Indian reservation.
Yeah, Dwayne, listen, can we do this later? We're in the middle of a fitting here.
A fitting! Oh! Thank God.
Oh, what a wonderful suit.
A prospective client gave it to me.
Well, what are you going to do for her?
I don't know yet, but I aim to please.
Well, then why don't you just aim it over here and have yourself a drink?
My brand of beer. That is very thoughtful, Ellen. Baldwin? Your first husband's name was Baldwin? I know your daughter.
I know you know.
I didn't recognize you.
Why should you? And we only ever met that one time, that night that I had my husband throw you out when we came in and we found you and Kay on the couch, half naked. I had to protect her virtue.
So, you changed your mind about me?
My virtue's no longer an issue.
Are you interested in me as a lawyer or not?
You are a lawyer. I am interested in you. Why get bogged down in details?
You don't think I'm much of an attorney, do you?
Oh, must we go into this? Have an hors d'oeuvre, have another beer, kiss me.
The other day when I came to the club, I told you I was there on business, Mrs. Guthrie.
Eleanor, please. Mrs. Guthrie makes me sound like somebody's mother.
I was there about a busboy. A boy who grew up in a tiny village in Mexico with the dream of one day being a waiter in America. But his golden dream has been tarnished by the prejudice he has found at your fancy country club.
Cut to the chase, buddy.
Well, a quick title search by a member of my staff reveals that the last 4 holes of your beautiful golf course happen to be on land leased from the Agua Caliente Indians. There's an anti-discrimination clause in that lease.
Police. We have greenskeepers, caddies, kitchen staff, maids, every color of the rainbow.
But no waiters and no captains. Now that's not nice, darling.
Not nice? Ooh. You're going to go to court with not nice?
Nope. I'm going back to the Indians with it. And so's a big hunk of your golf course.
Just a little smug, don't you think, me standing there in the $1,500 suit that I paid for?
Okay. You paid for it? It's yours.
Have another beer.
Gee, Mother. The last time Buddy had his pants off in our living room, you had Daddy throw him out.
Right. And I'm not going to make the same mistake again.
This isn't what it looks like, Kay. What I'm doing here is making a point about morality.
I'm curious. Was he for it or against it?
Hey, Mill. I need to talk to a woman. I was wondering if you want to go out and have a few drinks.
Buddy, how long have I worked here? 3, 4 months?
About, yeah.
How come you don't know I don't drink?
You don't?
Why do you think that I would be sympathetic to your problems with Kay, who I don't particularly like, much less Megan, who happens to be my best friend in the world?
Well, I just...
Forget it, Buster! Had it with you!
What the Sam Hill was that all about?
I think Millie just broke up with me, too.
Mr. Lutz, look! You did it! I love you.
You want to go to dinner and a movie?
Sure.
Coming up on CBS, it's Mary Beth's turn to wait and worry as her husband goes after a dangerous racketeer on Cagney and Lacey. Next.